Hey, everybody. It's Nik and Brit here with the Cluster Puck Podcast, part of the MHRT network. We wanted to get a few words in before the start of the 2023-2024 Avalanche season. First and foremost, you may have seen, if you follow the MHRT network, that our show, the Cluster Puck Podcast, is moving to Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So keep an eye on that change. Make sure you guys are still following us. Follow now us on Thursdays so you can get notified with all of your Colorado Avalanche needs. That being said, the Avalanche season actually starts Wednesday night, right? So we wanted to get something out there before the season begins, right? We'll still record regularly on Thursday, but we just kind of wanted to give just the last second deep dive before the season begins. But it's here.
It's my fault is really what it's my my child's hockey schedule is ruining my life. So
no, these things happen.
Sorry, Nick.
Humanity gets in the way of everything, right? And it's not an issue whatsoever. We're still excited as ever to still bring you guys weekly shows. I think it's all going to be great. So the first things first, though, Brit, hockey is back. We are here. It is happening. Yeah. Are you excited or are you excited?
Yeah, I could just we had our Muskies season opener last weekend, and now it's just like I'm just fast forward through the whole season. I'm so ready for these guys to win the Stanley Cup again. I love to see Peyton Manning, by the way, said we're just letting the Golden Knights borrow the Stanley Cup for a year. And that's
exactly right. You got to make other people feel good about themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's right. That being said, we do want to do just a couple last second, I guess, maybe some Q&A, maybe some expectation, whatever you want to call it. But I guess, Britt, let's start with that. So the season it's right here. It's going to start. Mm-hmm. What is your expectation for this Avalanche team for the 2023-2024 season?
I mean, I consider myself like a pretty realistic fan. Last year I had like a desperate hope, but it wasn't it. And I think a lot of us knew deep down like it wasn't it, especially as I don't know if I know you follow Locked On, and like they had this many days since the captain, and at like 84 days it was just like, okay, this feels like forever. And I felt like the higher that went up, the more it's just like it's just not in it. And then it still is hard to believe that we even won the division. Like it's really weird, but I really feel like it's Stanley Cup or bust this year. And I know, and that's not like I don't feel that it's unrealistic by any stretch of the imagination. And I love that we're kind of underdogs and we might be underrated right now. I think people are sleeping on us. So, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, you look at organizations like the Los Angeles Kings, the Chicago Blackhawks, when they alternated years, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you have grounds with this roster, with this setup, the team that we have. I think you have grounds to have that exact type of thing where we have restructured the team this year to a point where it's right back to Cup finals, right? And that should be, I guess the expectation for us Avalanche fans is that we can and should be going back to the Stanley Cup finals. So I
think it's a disappointment if we don't make it to at least the second round, winning this. Conference finals for me is necessary. I mean, there's no reason for us not to.
Exactly. And that was going to be my next question. As far as this season that comes, what is the floor? What's the lowest of lows? What's something that it's not really like you're fine with it, but it's the I guess worst case scenario outcome. And I guess from what it sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, with relative health, we should be able to power through to the conference finals regardless of luck at this point. I think that luck becomes a lot. Luck in injuries and bounces and stuff like that once you get into the finals. But I really think that we at least need to make it to the conference finals. We should be able to will ourselves there short of a massive, awful injury, which, wouldn't surprise me either. So
that's exactly right. And that will feed into my other question. But I think to answer my own floor for me, I try to be the glass half full type of guy most of the time. Right. Yeah. So anything better than your season prior, right? That's kind of how I always gauge success, so to speak.
Mhm.
So my floor is second round. As long as you make it to the second round, I will have called the season more successful, right?
Yeah.
Now, that being said, that's the floor, right? That is
Right.
like the bare minimum. That's what you should be doing at least.
Yeah.
My real expectation, I think it's Stanley Cup Finals, right? I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
hard
is
to
Stanley Cup
swallow
Finals.
2 wasted years with one of the most, elite cores that ever existed in modern age hockey.
Exactly. Yep. And with this team, Britt, is there any player that stands out that you are going to pay special attention on, or players if you want to do multiple, but who are you specifically keeping track of this season?
I am obsessing over Jonathan Drouin. I've been texting my parents about it and my friends and everybody. And like, I just, even if you're not an Avs fan, I just feel like that. And I know that I can be like a little bit excitedly dramatic, but I truly think that if he goes out there and has this huge resurgence and they win the cup, I think that it could be like the comeback story of all sports of like the decade. Because when you consider going in at the top, going literally all the way down to the bottom. If I don't know if I sent you that thing, but he has had a rough ride and he's basically hit rock bottom, just barely almost out of the NHL. And it's going to be a fun story, whether you're an Avs fan or not, just for the sake of the human aspect and the hockey aspect. But the big thing is his ability to play hockey has never really been the issue. It's never been the question.
Yeah.
It's getting everything else in line behind him. And when you consider his mental health, his location, he's nice and warm. He's got a wonderful fan base. I typed up a whole long thing and I'm going to send it out somehow on Twitter to all my friends. But you guys got to know, like, Drouin I think it's going to be a story that goes beyond Colorado.
Yeah, I agree. And you even see his demeanor is so different than what it was in Montreal and even Tampa to an extent, right?
Yeah.
I think, we always talk about the Avalanche effect, and I think this one, as far as like a mental Avalanche effect, has taken a turn in a positive way. So I definitely think it'd be kind of, a great answer, following Jonathan Drouin is going to be just, A1 for a lot of people. My guy to follow is going to be Ryan Johansson.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I'm following all the brand new guys, right? I'm very close, but specifically Johansson. Five new players here, but Johansson, we got him for the specific purpose to fill in the 2C spot, right? Something that was just leaving a gaping hole after Nazem Kadri had left, right?
Yep.
So he, on paper and just by the look of things, is that guy, right? So, you're expecting...
Right, we essentially acquired him as an underperforming 1C. So you would think that would nudge him down to exactly where he belongs.
Exactly. And same thing like Drouin, he seems to be really enjoying his time here. All the guys, you look at them, they were having a great time golfing and doing the
the vibes
social
look
media
really
stuff.
good.
Yeah, so he's one that I'm specifically looking out for because, mind you, we have him for this year and next year before he becomes a free agent. Should he perform to the top of his capabilities, get 50, 60 points, somewhere in that area, I think that's going to be another key for a Stanley Cup run, right? To replicate essentially what Nazem Kadri did, but you're doing that with Ryan Johansson. So he's going to be my lookout player that I'm
you're
going to
breaking up for me. I don't know if it's me or
sorry.
you.
It might be me. It could be totally, but he's my one to watch for this season. But it should be.
You're breaking up. I just missed everything you said, but
You're good. For me, everythings picture perfect, so it could be me.
Yeah, and I just heard a great stat about it was something along the lines of his stats, like compared to Kadri's stats the year prior to coming to Colorado. Johansson had better stats prior to coming to Colorado than Kadri did. So who knows? Yeah. And there's so many good storylines. We also got to watch Devontae's contract year. We've got Nichushkin. Dude needs to be on some kind of comeback energy. He's got some redemption in the hearts and I think that there's a lot of people with very different reasons to be really, really good this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then the last one, goaltending. We're going to drop the news here real fast. So Georgiev is obviously your 1A, but we did just claim off of waivers Ivan Prosvetov from the Coyotes. He showed quite the skill set when he was with the Roadrunners. We claim him off of waivers. Just real quick, do you think this has anything to do with maybe reassigning Annunen, or is this just to get deeper? What do you think is the move here?
Do we know how much he's making? I was just trying to look that up really quick. I think that it just sucks that he's such a mid-lower level, but everybody seems to think he has the ability to step it up. So it's hard to know if this is just to get us through. Because if he was a little bit better, then that would be more telling that Frankie's going to be gone longer. I just don't know that Annunen is ready. And I can never remember the exact way it works, but I don't know if they want to play him enough that he has to go through waivers or if it's just an age thing. But I just, they believe in him, obviously, because we've kept him and put so much energy in him. And I just don't know if they just don't want to ruin him because he's the long-term plan. So maybe we just pick somebody to fill in, and we know Georgiev can put in a lot of minutes. So, but if he pops off, then all right.
Yeah, it's totally.
Did you see the cartwheel video? I
did. That's one of the highlights that I always pay attention to is that cartwheel video.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a very interesting move, especially 11th hour when they had to finalize rosters at the time of recording today, right?
Yep.
But I don't know. I think it's an interesting move. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do about it, if that means they're sending Prosvetov to the Eagles and having Annunen more of a permanent role, or vice versa.
Well, they already sent Annunen down, didn't they? Because they released the roster.
They did. You know what? You're right.
So it looks like Annunen, and part of it too is they may not anticipate playing him that much, so they may want Annunen just with the Eagles getting minutes.
That could be it.
Just as which it kind of sucks. It's like, if they knew Frankie was hurt, I kind of wish we would have kept Kincaid because he seems like he's a hoot and he's had glimpses of, success. But I don't know. I just really trust their judgment in picking up random goalies off the street. I feel like they could just go walk down the road in Russia and find some guy and pick up. He would be a decent enough goalie. Just pray that Georgie stays safe. Or healthy, safe
and healthy. I mean, it's all one and the same.
Everything hinges on health, and I know it always does. But
yeah, that's very much
like Colorado is the happiest but least healthiest place.
That's right.
It's insane.
Breeding ground for injuries.
Yeah.
So that being said, the starting roster for opening day is as follows: Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Val Nichushkin, Arturi Lehkonen, Ryan Johansson, Ross Colton, Miles Wood, Tomas Tatar, Logan O'Connor, Andrew Cogliano, Jonathan Drouin, and Frederick Olofsson. Olofsson surpassed Myers, and surpassed my expectations.
Was there anything that surprised you? And I think everybody was. Myers and Malinsky were just really struggled.
They had a lot of promise, but ended up just kind of not showing out for it.
Yeah.
In preseason, and Olofsson took advantage of the opportunity, and he ends up getting that last forward spot, which, like I said, the hard work paid off for him. You know, and that could be the number one story about the whole move with Ben Myers, and then Olofsson just working his butt off to get
and
it.
I swear to God, the Olofsson thing is going to be the my brain has just been fried trying to keep track of them because they're not the same, but they have
they're so similar. Yep, absolutely. That being said, our defensemen for their opening roster is Cale Makar, Sammy Girard, Josh Manson, Devon Taves, Bo Byram, Curtis McDermott, and Jack Johnson. Any surprises there, or any?
No, I mean, It seems that there's increasing concern with Jack Johnson, so I am curious to see if that remains the same or if we will. I don't think we could do a waiver pickup before Thursday, or could
I don't know. Maybe.
But I don't know. And maybe it's just the doomers that are showing up on my feed, but it sounds like I was kind of wondering if Jack Johnson might be the 7th. We all kind of thought maybe they'd pick up somebody a little bit younger and they could be interchangeable. And now, especially with McDermott playing forward, I don't know. But I would imagine that might be a change before Thursday. We'll see.
It's totally
especially
possible.
with Sam Girard.
And who's to say? I think so far it all seems pretty cut and dry to me. Yeah. There's no real questions that I have, other than the health of Josh Manson. That'd be my only concern. But like I said, he's on the roster. He's going to be, I think, they're here playing against LA. So,
and the other questionable is Cogliano also. You may see Tufty in there for that. It sounds like everybody has cleared waivers at this point. We sent all of our guys down. They all cleared waivers. Thank God Tufty cleared waivers. But I'm curious as to whether we will actually see Cogliano or if that's wishful thinking. And I would hope that Tufty over McDermott. I don't know how that.
That's to be determined. And like we said, there's going to be reassignment and stuff happening, I'm sure, throughout the season. But
those top lines that matter, I mean, that's about what we expected, and it's exactly I don't know how they could have really done any better. It's good stuff.
No, it is. And then our two goalies that we discussed here, Alexander Georgiev and Ivan Prosvetov. Again, I'm very anxious to see Prosvetov he, to me, has a very Pavel Francouz-esque trajectory, I guess we could call it, to a point where should he continue to play admirably, he could jump over, he already kind of looks like he has jumped over Annunen, could end up making a name for himself, could end up kind of, giving Georgiev a run for his money, to be determined, right? But based off of the limited amount of film and action that I've seen from him, it's a very promising sign, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's you want to have a backup that is good because there's good things that come out of a healthy competition between the starting, especially in this tandem day and age. It's whoever's hot, so that it's not like these guys know that their spot is saved even if they have a crap game. So
exactly. So anyway, that is the starting roster for the 2023-2024 Colorado Avalanche. And like I said, we're trying to keep this just as short as we can. We just want to welcome in the season. We're very excited. Any last comments, Britt? Any last things to keep in mind? Laundry list items, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I have kind of like a comprehensive list. I was going to go over quick about the guys that we might see moving up and down, but we'll do that Thursday. I love that home openers on my birthday, so they need a win for my birthday.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Happy birthday. That'll be fun. So just wanted to come in here, let you guys know we're still around, right? The Avalanche are back. Right. And we are excited as can be. So don't forget to tune into their game. Their season opener is at LA, 8:00 Mountain Time, if I'm not mistaken. 8 or 8:30. I'm pretty sure it was 8. I have it on the post, and we'll get back right onto social medias. We'll be right back active on those. So keep your eyes out for those posts to come for game days, scores, news, episode updates, that kind of stuff. So we'll get right back on track for those now that the season has begun. But we just wanted to say we're back, guys. Avalanche hockey's back. So,
but more importantly, they're back.
They're back. Yeah, I say we because I feel like I'm part of the team.
I know. It's self-appointed.
That's right. That's right. So, anyways, the 2023-2024 season is here. So sit back, relax, enjoy the season. And as always, go Avs, go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.